Ezra, thanks for the comments and the proposal, man. It really helps. So answering your questions one by one. Question one, is it possible to spin up a pilot DAO at all right now? I don't think code-wise somebody can spin it off, but I think it can be planned and visualized by the client all the way to a brief for developers to do it. I know from what I've heard from the team that they're working with several leads and possible future clients that would spin off DAOs or deposit into the funds. The best we could do is provide them a very concrete sensation of how their DAO could work and what kinds of problems it could solve. That's what these templates look to do. The output of it would be a very detailed brief on how their DAO would run and what it tackles, how the transaction structures work, how the holographic consensus is particularly designed for that one group. So if you engage your client system that deep, if they can actually feel and touch and understand, instead of just saying, okay, we'll relegate to a team of developers how my community is going to interact, I think the chance of getting them on board or getting some people of their organization to come play with us in Genesis Alpha DAO would increase a lot. So that's kind of the goal. And I will put here a little clip of, when Matan sort of suggests that somebody tackles this problem.
There is a certain distance between understanding that you want to be a DAO or you have a use case that you want to decentralize, and there are two more steps that you have to go. First, you need to understand what it means to be decentralized, what it means like at the most, feature protocol level, like how you break that understanding that you want to be decentralized into very specific protocol modules, I would say, protocol features. And then the next step, how you move from there to actually translate into development of very specific modules on the DAO stack and then the integration with them. I think that's right now the bottleneck for very fast growth of the ecosystem. Because a lot of people know that they want to decentralize, but they're not sure what it means, how to break it into protocol modules, and then how to turn that into DAO stack modules and to integrate with them. So helping them into actually defining the user stories and the protocols that they mean by that, breaking those protocols into very specific logical modules, and then either using existing modules of the stack or developing, or even just specifying which are the modules that need to be developed. I think this pipeline, this breaking from needs to protocols to modules, I think this is a very valuable contribution. But then even more valuable than that would be to actually template that process. So how do you define that process from use case understanding into protocols, into modules, into developing specification? How you define templating that process? What are the 45 questions that if someone has answered them along the way, he has the entire picture that he needs to be working out?
Question number 2, does it overlap with How to DAO? Well, yes and no. How to DAO has 45 minutes devoted to something like this, but they provide no description whatsoever of how this is going to happen. I did send a proposal to them before putting it up, but also kind of nobody answered. I think they were busy moving and things like this. So yes, we could MVP the results of my method on the How to DAO event, but certainly won't be the full shebang. One, because of the date, and second, because of the amount of slotted time for it, which is 45 minutes. So these are the answers. And what I feel is the strongest about this proposal is that instead of doing it for one event to happen once, we're going to have something that hopefully anybody can download and print out and go and utilize. So even if you have, let's say, a group of friends or a group of co-workers, or in my case, the group of people that are running a famous collective in Berlin, and I want them all at once to understand what kind of problems DAOs can fix and how they would go about getting one running in the near future, and I say 1 year or something like this, I feel that for me to do this evangelism, I need this sort of support. And it's also how most people got used to think things. Like in the D Collective events, we use templates to help participants consolidate their project ideas and their campaign ideas. When we're building a business, we often will resort to a canvas. The business model canvas is actually supremely effective on helping entrepreneurs achieving systemic perception on what they're building. So that's kind of the direction where I'm going. And this proposal covers creating the 1.0 of this, and we can start testing it around. So for me, the most important things is that they're not necessarily stuck to one event. It's something that anyone can use at any time. It can support client meetings inside for DAOstack team itself, and it can also help us spin off other DAOs from the Genesis Alpha DAO. And also, I would love to start it or to even produce it faster for the How to DAO 2. Fingers crossed that the team will answer me soon. And that's it. Thanks for the compliments on the proposal. I did it with a lot of love. And I see that you're working as a hidden angel to increase the quality of the proposing system in this DAO. And I think that's a beautiful thing to do. Yeah, if you have any more questions, just let me know. Pajama video, just for you.